Dear students, welcome to the course Natural Resources and International Security in Latin America, Paul 562A. This is Professor Bianchi. This course is about the linkage between natural resources and politics in general, a topic that has been paid attention by the literature international relations and development for the last couple of decades. Especially important has been the link between natural resources and international relations. As you know, this relation shape the relation among countries, the path of economic development, the impact of and on the environment, and and the economy in general. Uh, this discussion, this debate is particularly important for Latin America because, as you know, since the independence of Latin America, of Latin American countries, they have been highly dependent on the exploitation of natural resources. Even today, it's the most important connection to the international economy. The literature has focused mainly in the last 3-4 decades on the linkage between particularly oil and politics and has not paid much attention to other important natural resources such as land, water, other minerals, and even fruit. So this is the topic that we're gonna be reading about, learning about, and discussing about during this semester. So the course is organized as follows. Um, the idea is that you better understand the Latin American politics and developmental trends. We're gonna focus the first 2 weeks on that. So you have for some of you this will be a bit simplistic, but for me it's very important that we set a common ground for starting this course, that we understand the major trends, historical trends in Latin American politics and development. Then we're going to learn what the literature says and what are the major decision making organizations and think tanks say about the challenges that natural resources abundance pose on international security. And then we're gonna focus on conflicts about minerals, oil, water, and land. Is a very short course. It's only 8 weeks for all the material that we have. So I'm gonna ask you to stay on top of the material. The the requirements that we have is you're gonna have to read because you will be tested on the reading. It's very important that you're on top of this. I might be adding some new materials in the last 12 months. Commodity prices have been going down in general with a major impact on the fiscal structure of countries. So countries like Venezuela, Ecuador, and Bolivia don't have the same fiscal muscle in order to address their policies. This is changing. This is having a major impact in these regimes. So we need to be on top of the readings, and I'm gonna be adding new material. So I'm gonna be discussing this along the semester. Then we're gonna have quizzes. I know this is your master's level, and you might not be very eager to take quizzes, but for me it's important to push you a little bit to be on top of the readings. I know everybody is very busy, so I'm gonna ask you in the weekends. I'm gonna open the quizzes on Friday afternoon. I'm gonna leave them open until Monday early morning. So it's easy questions based on the material, so that you react quickly. That shouldn't take much time from you. Then, this is very important, we're gonna have discussions. It's very important that you make at least two comments, original comments about topics of that we from the material that we've seen in the week, and then two reactions to your classmates' comments. This is very important that we do that. This is the way that we can discuss in depth, we can exchange ideas, and in a way, the way we get to know each other a little bit more. And then we're gonna finish for in the last week. We're gonna finish the semester with a short research paper. This is gonna be the 30% of your grade. Quizzes are gonna be the 35%, and discussions is the 35% too. For the short research paper, it's gonna be short. This is 2,500 words, with not counting the bibliography. The idea is that you complete this activity showing that you have a better understanding on a particular resource is managed in one specific geographical area in Latin America. The idea is you bring a case, a specific case, and you make an analysis using the bibliography of the course. You're gonna drop a copy on the Dropbox of the D2L website that we're gonna be using it. I hope you can all have access. So this is very important. Grading is as usual from A to F. I mean, there's nothing very unusual about that. Then the course material, we're gonna have the first 2 weeks. We're gonna have a crash intro to Latin American politics and economy. It's actually 2 weeks and a half. The first week and a half, I'm gonna give you to catch up, getting the material, trying to get to introduce yourself, and to be comfortable with the material. So we're gonna be discussing Latin American politics and economy. The first 2 weeks and a half, you're gonna have a quiz and discussions, of course. Then the unit 2, we're gonna go into the linkage between natural resources and conflict, more specifically. Then we're gonna go deeper into management. What about management? What are the challenges? What are the debates? The discussions? And then we're gonna work on 3 sets of specific commodities: land, mining, extractive industries, and water. There are many others. We don't have time to cover all of them, but these are major and a major source of conflicts in the region and worldwide. Because for most of this, the U.S. is also the the most important consumer. So there is a linkage not only with Latin America international security regarding the world, but also specifically vis-a-vis the United States of America. And the short research paper that I already mentioned is gonna be due on the last Monday of the term at 6 a.m., the same as the quizzes. So I'm looking forward for a fruitful semester with you, and look forward to get to know each other better, and I see you in a bit.